Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I wanted to do a little Monday theme of the week oracle draw. So I like to do this just with myself. Typically on a Monday, I'll shuffle my oracle deck, which I'm using the Starseed Oracle, which I really love. And I'll do like 3 cards and just kind of contemplate their meanings. And I don't know, it's a good way, fun way to maybe contemplate and receive just uplifting messages or maybe even reminders. So today I'm going to do something a little different where you can feel into one of these cards and maybe tune into the messages, and if it resonates, it does. If not, that's okay. But yeah, they're just nice little messages, I think, to contemplate and start off the week. So I have 3 cards here, and just kind of feel out for you which one you're more drawn to. And if you're drawn to all of them, that's great. There's really no rules. And I did a kind of universal prayer / poem over the deck before I shuffled them. And I let the jumpers pick for me. So my friend's mom actually taught me a little bit about shuffling and kind of letting a card jump out at you, which is kind of what I did here. And I'm not, a professional or anything, but it's just fun, and they're all universally pretty uplifting, so you can kind of take from them what you want, or you can just listen. It's not that serious. All right, so give yourself a minute to kind of look at these different stones. I actually picked these from my parents' backyard, which is where I'm at right now. So yeah, I'll give you a moment. Take a deep breath, maybe. I'm drinking some coffee here. All right, so I'm gonna get started on this side. So I don't know what these are either. So the first card is, surrender. Sorry, my hands are shaky because I've had 2 cups of coffee. Surrender to the sweetness. These are such beautiful cards. It says Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. All right, so I'm gonna open up my booklet and read a little bit more about this card. Surrender to the sweetness. Okay, so I'm just gonna read what it has to say. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer, and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. Some may argue on that. If you've been all work and no play, This is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. And it has a little inquiry. How can you surrender to the sweetness of life? What's one way you can enjoy your life a little more? So it's just a nice little message there. Feel into that for yourself. How can you embrace your luscious, beautiful human experience a little more and tune into what your spirit wants and play? Do something that you love doing, maybe that you haven't in a while, or maybe try something new that you've been interested in, maybe. All right, so that was the first card. Moving on to this lovely little stone. It's very smooth and has smoothness all around it. Ooh, star bathing. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Looks very lightness. Let stone go. All right, let's look it up, shall we? Sorry about my voice, I'm a little congested. Okay. The stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the earth. Many people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes within your presence. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. Now, it's saying to place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I guess I'll do that for all of us, right? I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too. Right. Interesting card. Okay. And last but not least, lovely stone here. It kind of looks like, I don't know, a planet or something. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, interesting. You're not for everyone. Ain't that the damn truth? Just kidding. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Let's see what our little booklet has to say. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. That hurts. But it's also filled with those who will love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. We are innately valuable, let me just say, because you simply exist. I just wanted to add that. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You're wasting both your time and theirs. You're not for them and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see you for who you truly are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who's in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. And the inquiry for this card is, how can you embrace your weirdness and not care so much about what other people think? I think we all have this internal dialogue of caring about what other people think, but really we're all, at the deepest level, we're all, experiencing this human experience through our own lens, and we're all, kind of navigating it in our own ways. We're shedding beliefs and conditionings, and, kind of remembering who we really are without all of these layers that have been put on us by, upbringings and, throughout life and everything. At least for me, I can recognize, like, oh shit, we are so much more than what we think we are. Like, we can only comprehend so much in our human brains. Like, this existence is just incredible, and I personally want to recognize that in every moment. Like, this experience is freaking magical, and through it all, like, I know it's safe to be here, and it's safe to be this expression as a human. And I think, there's just a lot of illusions that can come in our way, and ultimately I feel like we all just want to be seen and heard for who we really are. And yeah, I think that's kind of my 2 cents on that. But yeah, knowing that we all just want to be seen, and we all just deep down want to be who we are. And I think that starts with internal acceptance of all the good, the bad, the ugly, the things you want to shove down. And I do believe that starts within you, and being able to sit with all parts of you without trying to change anything, and being gentle with yourself and your body and your psyche, and moving in a way that works for you and that feels right for you. And that's not always easy, because we hear the voices and the input of everybody else, but if we want everyone else to do the same for themselves, I think we truly have to do that. Give ourselves permission internally. All right, well, I hope that maybe one or maybe a little bit of all of these cards have given you a little bit of a message to think about. And I hope to keep doing these weekly. Like I said, I'm not a professional or anything. I'm just doing this for fun and see where it goes. And I kind of like talking to myself. I've always kind of liked talking to myself. And because I feel like it's just a good way to get your thoughts out there, and tune in to yourself a little bit, reflect on some of these reminders, and you can kind of expand on them in your own way. But yeah, if you have any oracle decks that you really love, let me know. I've loved using this deck, but I also am open to exploring different ones. And yeah, if you have any other tips or anything, let me know. I hope to do more videos on my channel. I'm really interested in a lot of different things, so there's probably going to be a variety of topics maybe on this channel, not just one thing. And we'll see how it unfolds. I'm hoping to kind of put myself out there a little bit more and share what's on my heart a little bit more. I finally feel like taking more risks in life. So, thanks for being here. Have a great, beautiful week. Lots of love.